What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You just catch me slapping up a duck. Wow, that could be that could go through the subtitles completely incorrectly. But yeah, this video is all about the amount of scores that players are putting in for various different things, like the the rank rewards for speaking and concentrating at the same time is two things that I'm not very good at that. But at least I can slap up a duck. That's kind of like the main thing right here. Let's slap up a duck and then take it from there. So yeah, the rank rewards and what players doing in order to get said rank rewards here. Like very little effort right there. The amount of moments just getting that done. Not the most cleanest of fights, but yeah, trying to talk and kind of like swipe at the same time. It's kind of like drink and driving. You don't do those two things at the same time, people. But yeah, okay, solo event wise, as we all know, there is the Not Another Anime Reference event going on at the moment. I do not really care to put the rank points in. I may decide, and this video I think is, I might make the 1st of Tuesday. It's been recorded fresh on Tuesday. And it's just going to go over like what players are putting in scores wise. I've had many people say to me like, you know, what's the cutoff? What do you think of the cutoff? Is there going to be a cutoff? You know, how many points are people up to? There's people that seem to care enough to put in about 100 points, but the other players are putting a bit more. There are some relatively cool things on offer, especially for higher ranks. Like you can get yourself the Vessel of Parsimony. There is a third-rate booster pack. There's, well, I don't know, there's other stuff as well, like on offer that's kind of okay. And I've got to be honest, I really don't care if I get like the top 61 to 100%. I'm not really interested. I'm more interested in other content that's on at the moment, like 100% Cavalier before Deadpoolooza goes live. There's other stuff I've got on my plate that I've got to do. There's other videos I've got to record. There's video ideas I've got to write, structure, spreadsheets I've got to make. Life. But the other stuff that's on, especially for those that want to grind, there are players that are out there in order to do, you know, they're doing the grind. And on the forums, I found this thread. I thought this was kind of important to share, especially because some players says I'm at 50 points right now. I'm just doing fights until I die and restart. And I think that's probably the best thing. You know, if you can get through, don't know why people are funny. I don't get that. Because here's the thing: if you go through it and you make a mistake, so what you can do? You want to just revive? Yeah, okay, you could revive and then you go to the end. Yeah, okay, then you get additional like 6 points from doing the 100%ing. But at the same time, if it's costing you resource to then do it, what's the point? That resource could be spent better in other areas. Because essentially you could do the ranked side of things and find you're not picking up anything. Like you could have 50 points, you could go a bit higher, you could then say, right, well, all those revives I spent, all those units I spent, or whatever I spent, and you're only picking up, what, top 31% to 60%. Then you've got to hope that that comes back in time by opening up this crystal and finding you getting like a load of units back. So it's a bit of a risk factor to kind of like doing that. So I don't know why people are finding it funny, because it's not. It's all about like reutilizing those things. Somebody apparently is over 500, and but I think a good amount of people are either stopping at 12 and maybe running a couple of more times. 50, yeah, exactly. People are doing it, definitely. Somebody here, this player here, Mr. Lover. Was he Shaggy or something? Yeah, so he's done 1,001 thus far, and I think it could be a lot more. So, you know, that gives you a perspective here on kind of like, say if that is going to be right at the very top, I say that's rank 1 to 10, or even like, you know, rank 11 to 300, then that is either going to be that. And then anything later than that, you know, if that's going to put you into like the 500 mark, that's top 1% to 10%. And again, like if you've spent anything with this or revives or health potions or whatever, then you've got to then look at it from a grind perspective. Are you going to get back what you put into it? That's the point I'm trying to make here. We've got new content coming out with variant 8, so make sure you're not kind of like wasting resources where they could be better spent in other places. That's one of the other things to mention. So what else have people been doing? Like this player, done 1,056. A time investment side of things is like, And they said, I'm going to do 1.5k and stop. So again, like that could be like the top 1 to 10 places. So it does, again, put you into perspective of like the time invested. As, you know, there could be a lot more time better spent in other places. Especially here going like, even at 45 seconds a run, and that's 45 seconds, like, you know, in that moment facing, with the rank 3-6 star going up against How to Duck, I want to say that it took, what, 30 seconds, if a good RNG rotation. And yeah, like, that's a lot of investment. I mean, you know, we're at the end of this now, and you're probably thinking, oh, Rich, why haven't you kind of mentioned this kind of like before? Well, this went out, and, you know, people start talking about this more on Sunday. But this, you just don't know with these types of things how much players are going to do. It's only, you know, this is the first time Kabam have done something like this in a little while. It's been a long time since they've done anything, since like the days of Valor, when there were, and also those Coral, the Coral from June 2019. So yeah, this is like ancient part of the game. Like when Kabam roll out these kind of like grind for rank solo events, which are in the game. Like, not saying that they haven't been in the game, but the type of things that are new things, like they haven't done that in a long time, where there's been additional currency, like I said, Coral, Valor, and stuff like that. So it's nice to see, but at the same time, it's difficult to kind of like guess with stuff. But it does put you into perspective of like how much players are grinding. Now I'm not going to go into too much like talking about like the fact that people have fallen out about the extent of grind, a time, and the amount of investment and stuff, because that's just like a load of things. I ain't interested with getting involved with people's negativity about stuff and falling out in the community. But yeah, it does really kind of put you into a perspective of like, this is what you would needed to have done in order to get one of the highest ranks. And that's the thing, that's only the stuff on the forum. There could be other places where this isn't, you know, players have just grinded this out. You may even find that 1,000 plus, or between 1,000 and 1,500, isn't actually going to get you into the top marks of the rank. But yeah, that just, if we have to return back to this in the future, then at least gives us a bit of perspective of where people are at, and also kind of breaking down those results. Because, you know, next time, or if this does return, then at least we can get a bit of better perspective on this whole situation. But yeah, it's interesting to know what you get, and we'll see what happens later on with the results. What am I putting in? Nothing. I did like a few more. I just thought, just to see like what it would do, whether or not it would put me into, say, I don't know, the top 31% to 60%. But I don't really care that much, to be brutally honest. I'll get Platinum Pool when I get him. Is it going to be helpful in the variant? Yeah, I got a 5-star version, so it'll do something. But maybe Awaken down the line, of course, but I'm in no rush. Got other champions to focus on. But yeah, what is everybody's thoughts on this, especially with the scores that people are putting in? Put it in the comment section down below. Make sure to check out some other content located on screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be. Have a good Tuesday, and let's smash some Cavalier later on. Join me then.